So today we are going to talk about how to present your project. Those who have attended few sessions, the last few sessions, you must have seen that the projects that have been presented, they were not, up to the mark. I think so. I thought that maybe a session is required where you guys get to know that how we can present a project, and this will help you in the long term, not in your this middle school. This will also help in your high school, in your college, as well as when you will go for a job into your anything. So this is going to help you a lot in your life. So let's start. Okay, so first tip that I will share is you have to set your goal for the presentation. Why is it required? Because goal is something which is not only important for you in your life, it is also important in your presentation also. Because without a goal, you can't understand that where you want to take your presentation, into which direction you want to take. For example, you are told to create a project on a trip to your favorite place, and also on the photosynthesis process. You must be familiar with the photosynthesis, right? Give a thumbs up. Okay, nice. So, in the travel project where you are told to create a project or present a project, or to your favorite, that the you have traveled to your favorite place, just think that you are presenting it, and you are talking about what do just imagine that what will you talk about. You will talk about the place that you have visited and why you have chosen that place, the authentic food you have tasted over there, the different places you have visited, uh, and the monuments you have seen. These kind of stuff you will present in your project, right? Just imagine if you focus so much on just one authentic food that you have tasted this, and you will create 3 to 4 slides only on that. Just imagine. Then the audience will think, the viewers will think that they will get confused that is this project is based on that dish or on that place. So that confusion can be created. So this is only solved through the goal. And same is the case with the photosynthesis project. If you will create a project and you will create 3 to 4 slides only on the sunlight, even you will add, just imagine if you are also adding the speed of the light as well. So the audience will think that are we talking about the light only? So that confusion can be created. Just to solve this, you have to be, clear about the goal, that which project you are talking about and what the goal you want to set. So you have to be specific for the goal. You have to be clear about the goal, and the goal has to be easy to understand, that everybody can understand, okay, this project is based upon this topic. That's it. Clear and simple and clear. Give a thumbs up if you all got to know and understood. Okay, nice. Alexandros, he's a little busy right now. Okay, let's proceed. So, second tip is that how to start your presentation, right? You must have heard that first impression is the last impression, right? So, if your presentation doesn't start well, it will not, will be in a good direction. So there can be some, complications. So you have to start very well with your presentation. You have to start your presentation in a good manner. So for that, you can start by greeting them nicely, that hello everyone, or good morning, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. You can, greet them. Then all you can also start with some quote, with a question, or you can narrate a story, but not a long story, just a few, 2 to 3 5 to 10 seconds of a story, just to put some ideas into the audience mind. You can start with a quote or a question, just to start some uh, engagement with the audience, or generate some interest in the audience. Okay, something new we are going to learn. For example, for the photosynthesis, you can ask them that have you ever wondered that how plants eat their food? So this can be a good start for your presentation, right? uh, or you can start with the good travel quote for your travel project. So this kind of things can help you a lot. And rest, okay, so you, this helps a lot if it's a long project, but if it's a 2 to 3 months
Ma'am, I got disconnected. What's the travel project?
no, a travel project, I just told in the previous exam, previous tip, right, that if you are given a project related to that, you have to tell something about your that you have traveled to your favorite place, you have to create a project on that. So the same examples I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm taking the same reference so that you people don't get confused. So
Okay.
yeah, the last tip is helpful, but at some places when the time limit is not when the time is not the constraint, then the last tip is helpful, that you can tell a short you can tell about your project briefly in about 30 seconds to the 60 seconds, not more than that. You can tell, for example, in the photosynthesis project, you can tell that, okay, I'm going to speak about the requirements, that how I have collected the pot and the plant and everything. Then I'm going to talk about the process, then observations, and then the conclusion. That's it. All right. Give a
Yes.
thumbs up if you all got to know. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Let's proceed forward. Yes, body language and the facial expressions. People usually ignore it and they think that this is not important at all, or it is little bit important, but it is too much important. It it can show that this project is important to you or not. It can also show that maybe you are a little nervous or you have not prepared. Just imagine I am telling you or I'm presenting something and I will not see in the screen, or apart from that I'll see somewhere else like this or like this, like I'll explain like this, and you will feel a little uncomfortable, right? That what the hell, that what I am doing, this is not right. So these kind of things, the body language and facial expressions matter a lot, guys. Really. So there are some tips that I've given, and which will help you a lot in improving this. First is that you have to maintain a good posture while presenting, either online or offline. You have to maintain a good posture while presenting. uh, f- if it's on, if it's offline, you have to straight still, you don't have to, bend your back and present. You and keep your hands like this, not fold your hands or hands at the back. This is not the right posture. You can keep your hands like this, or in the moving direction, just like you are talking to them or having a conversation with them. So it's a nice way to start and nice way to present your project. And next is, you have to maintain, it is a must, you have to maintain an eye contact with the viewers, with the audience. It is really important, so that it shows that you are confident and you know everything, you have studied, and you have done your revision, guys. So this is really important, eye contact is must. Third is dress smartly. It is required only if you are doing it offline, not in the online, because you don't know what I'm wearing below. You only know what I'm wearing here. I'm in my pajamas right now. So it's important, if you are having an offline one, you have to dress smartly. You have to wear good things. Not you can't go like wearing your night wear and show your project, right? This is not a good way. You have to dress smartly. You have to go put on good shoes or anything which is a little formal. And these things help you in your college or in your job prospectus. Right now you people are too small to understand this, but dressing sense, if you when it's a, at some age, you have to adapt few things. So even coding is not for the kids, right? Still you are learning it. So why not these things? Is it? So why not these things? You can start right now. You can learn about these things. You can tell your friends. This will make you different from your other friends, from your other people, right? So dress smartly. Next is watch your hands position. As I've already told you that don't keep your hands at the back or like in the crossed way. Next is that always and always wear a smile. You always have to have a smiling face, right? This will cheer up others. This will make your day as well. So always keep smiling. Even your presentation is falling apart, even you are having some bad questions from your, from the audience or anything, always keep smiling. And as I've written that be confident. This is the key to every successful life, and everything depends upon being confident. So be confident and chill out. All right, is everybody clear with the body language and the facial expression?
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys finding it a little boring or informative or whatever? Just tell me.
Informative.
Okay, nice to know, Smriti. Thank you. So shall we proceed
I
forward?
think Lucas is a little bit bored.
Who is a little bit bored?
Lucas,
Yes, it is a
Come
bit
on,
bored.
Lucas, cheer up. It's not that bad. Okay. Okay, the fourth point is you have to add visuals rather than just words. Ignore my presentation right now. I don't have enough pictures. But those who have attended my previous presentation, the previous session, do you guys remember that I have showed that do you know section with only pictures and nothing else? Just give a thumbs up if you remember. My last section where the do you know section happened. Okay. So in that you must remember that in that section I have only used pictures because that was relevant over there, using pictures instead of using the words. So wherever possible you should use pictures, diagrams, flow charts, graphs, wherever possible. And instead of words, because that will be more easy to understand and more easy to show that how you want to, and that will also improve your presentation. That will make your presentation more attractive. So use visuals rather than just words. Don't keep the things in the paragraph. For example, if I write we should add relevant pictures and this wherever required in the slides, so that will like a big line and nothing else. Then next is that you should avoid writing paragraphs, as I've told you right now. And last is keep the content short. Just keep content crisp. Make the presentations shorter as much as possible, because nobody has time right now. Everybody wants to know everything in less time, right? Even you guys also want to know everything in less time. So just make your slides as much as short as possible, but put only the relevant content in it. So this is a good uh, I would say tip for you guys, and this helps a lot. It has helped me as well in my masters and in my work as well. So okay, okay, thank you. Next is managing your time, guys. It is very important. It is too important. Just imagine that there is a session of 1 hour and there are like 10 students who have to present their presentation in that 1 hour session, and everybody is given around 10-minute time, right? Just 10 to 5 minutes or whatever. Just imagine if one student will get around more than 15 minutes, then what about the other students? Then they have to run their slides, right? So this is the time management is must. It is required a lot. It is a necessity in your presentation. And how you can manage your time, let's see. You can spend the maximum time only on the important slides. Like if I have, for example, you are presenting a project, uh just like you guys have presented your own projects of your the of your course projects. Remember the one with the coding challenge and all that. Okay, so in those projects, what you guys did, you spent more time in showing the project rather than explaining it. You showed all the 5-minute video you have shown to everybody, instead of explaining that how you created it. So it's better if you would spend more time in showing that, okay, in this way you have created the project, rather than showing the video. This will help you a lot. And next is that you should keep everything prepared beforehand. You can't just open, or if you have your presentation in a pen drive and that pen drive is in your bag and that bag is in another room, this will take a lot time to start the presentation. Then you have to plug it in, then you have to connect, and this will take a lot of time. This time can be saved beforehand if you are well prepared. And the last is rehearse. Rehearsal is must. You always and always need to rehearse well before you have to present anything. Rehearsal is always must. So this is about managing time. Let's proceed forward. Okay, so be conversational in your presentations.
Uh,
You can't,
Hello, did you
yes,
rehearse this presentation?
okay.
Did you rehearse this presentation?
Mohammed, what?
Did you rehearse this presentation?
I rehearsed, yes.
He's asking you that you rehearsed
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
presentation or not.
Yes, I rehearsed once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shamil, you are
Actually,
getting naughty day by day.
I have created these points on my own. I have not copied them from anywhere else. So that's why I have rehearsed only once. If I have copied it or I have taken the information from somewhere else, then definitely I would have rehearsed more than 2 or 3 times just to know more about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay. So next is that you have to be conversational in your presentation. You have to show that you are having a conversation with the audience, rather than making them think that you are reading some book or some notes from your copy or something. So your tone has to be relaxed. You don't have to be firm, like, once I was a little boy, then I did this and that. So this is too boring for them, and this will show that what that guy is doing. So that would be their expression. So you have to have a relaxed tone rather than a firm one. So next is that you have to engage with the audience. You have to ask them questions. So there are some presentations where you can't ask questions because sometimes it is just a 1 or 2 or 3 minute of presentation. If you start asking questions, then that all the time will be gone into asking questions. So you have to keep these things in mind, that in which time period you have to follow these steps. So that is up to you. You can't apply all the tips to all the presentations. So this thing depends upon you guys. I have given you a little bit of content and little bit of tips, and where you have to apply it, it's up to you. So engaging with audience is must. Otherwise, audience gets, you have seen that audience get bored quickly. If you will not ask them questions or you will not engage with them in 15 to 20 minutes, they will get bored, they will lose their interest. So you have to keep on asking, or keep on having some conversation with them. You can even crack a joke in between, but the relevant one, not anything in between your presentation. Related to your presentation, you can crack a joke if you want to. And never read your slides. You know, all the slides, never read them. Just 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 have a look. Okay, next point is this, and talk about it. Do not read. For example, I'll show you what. Just think in your mind that how you interpret when you see me doing this. Be conversational in the presentation. Keep your tone relaxed. Engage audience with questions. Do not read the slides. Crack a joke if you want, only relevant one. Can you imagine that how it will be?
That's boring, actually.
Right. So this is something that I'm telling you, that you should never read the slides point to point. You can just have a look. As you can see that I got a look. Okay, tone relaxed. Okay, I have to speak about it. So you just make your presentations a little more conversational rather than just reading a book or reading a script. I can't hear you, Shruti. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Okay, sorry. So that's it for now. This was all about that how to present your project. So I hope you guys had a good time in understanding this and learning something new today.
Why can't you read the slides?
Because as I've told you, I've shown you, Janelle, that it will be boring and the audience will feel that you don't know anything. If I'll just read them, just imagine if I'll read them and will not have a conversation with you guys, will not add something, more informative into it, you will feel that I have not, as Shamil asked me that whether I have rehearsed or not. You will think the same thing, that this girl has not rehearsed, she doesn't know anything, she's just reading, she has just collected the information and put it over here. So rather than reading the slides, it's better you just have a look, quick look, and just explain it. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So any questions, anything you want to say? Anyone?
No.
I believe this
No.
session is going to be over quickly. Because I have
don't
not
know.
added more extra things in it. Just few questions, that's it.
Are we playing games or no?
I'm
Yeah,
going
we
to
all
ask
were waiting for
you
that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a few questions and we'll give you a homework as well, and you can do that homework in the circle community. I will ask you few questions and you have to tell the
Ma'am?
answers in the circle community.
Ma'am, before you say the questions, when are you gonna post a video about where to find that updated quiz thing?
Oh, okay. Yes, I have already talked with somebody in my team and they are working on it. I have told them that I need a video upon it. I will soon post it. And thank you for reminding me as well, Smriti.
When we have to present,
What do you have to present?
as your presentation, you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about the presentation, Adi. I'm talking about that I will ask some questions in this presentation right now, and you have to answer them in the community.
Okay.
Yeah. If you know the answers right now, then that would be great. Then you are a genius. Otherwise, you can learn about it, you can read about it, Google it, and you can answer them in the circle community. This will be a new, this will help you out in engaging with the other students as well and understanding that platform also.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's ask a few. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys 3 questions and you have to give me the answers right now.